with a poet's ambition. Truth table written with life's intuition. Spices in the air, singing sermons of taste. KD Moonchild paints flavors you can't waste. Come to the table, joy in your palm.
Hey, everybody! Good to see you. Hey, Dolly, Swampy, Jojo, you my teacher friend. Good to see everybody. I've been running around like a cuckoo person this morning. I already had groceries delivered, and it's just 8:30 here. But hey, I wanted to get that all over with so we could focus on you and us and this together thing we do. So good to see you all. And like my little friend here says, my little positive potato, can you tell I'm not in the bedroom anymore? I may be tiny. Here, let's pull this up here. I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. Fatima! Honey, hi! Oh, it's so good to see you. Yes, my positive potato is here. This is the channel mascot along with Miss Llama Turner. I bet you missed her, huh? I sure did. So we're going to leave her out. Anyway, I'm sitting in my normal workspace. So good. It feels so good. Guess what that means? Resin's coming up. I'll show you something here. Let me just see if I can turn this camera. Oh, you're going to be picky. Let's see what I can do here. It's not going to let me. I was going to show you all my pretty colors right over here beside. Well, I still can. We'll just make the card scene go away, girl. There. Hi. If I turn it just a hair, you see all that right there? That's what I've been working on the last few days. Organizing all of my mica powder colors and my inclusions, and this shelf is full of stuff. On the bottom is my resin. Yeah, I can come back in here and get that going again. I am so excited. Relieved, excited, all that stuff. I really missed being my creative outlet. I tell you. Fatima, how was the surgery, sweet love? Was it your son or your husband? I know you had two of them coming up right quick like. How'd it go? I hope well. You know we love you, so we all want nothing but the best for you. I'm also excited because you know how I've been using the little bootleg Sacred Self-Care Oracle? Well, I found the full-size version. My kitty hid them from me. They fell down into where he likes to sleep, and then he put stuff on top of it. So now I've got like the book and everything. We can really do this up right. Not like I like reading out of the book, but just, to get really clear messages. And I forgot to grab the card of the day. Hi, Teresa Levine. Mwah. Good to see you. He's getting better and better. He already wants to go back to work. My goodness. When you get the chance to be pampered, what is it about men? They think it's a weakness? Come on, take advantage of it. They want us to nurture you. Let us do it, please. Right? Oh. Hey, Susan! Claudia, shine on. Good to see you. Welcome, everyone. Okay. Well, me in my warm up, And especially sitting out here now. I didn't get to sit out here warming up much because I had to put the groceries away. I've been sitting here being munching on caramel corn. Have regular popcorn. When things are so good, you can have caramel corn. Oh my god. I'm celebrating. You know what I happened? I sat with my fears this weekend. I didn't intend to, but it just kind of happened. I couldn't sign into my Social Security account on Friday at midnight. That's a great time to discover something like that. Yeah. Oh boy, did I panic. I was like, oh, because I got a couple loans and stuff I'm paying on. It's like, oh, no, 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 no. My house is fine. I have food coming through my health insurance, and I have my electric and my water. I got a grant a couple of years ago on, so I have like $1,400 left on that. So they're not going to turn my water off, but they might. I was afraid they'd turn my electricity off. And yesterday was the hottest day of the year. I think it was like 112 here. People die really quick in those temperatures. So I was panicked. And you know what? I sat with it for 2 days, that panic. So play the what if game, right? That's what we do. We go down that what if I lose everything. Okay. Sit with that. What if you do? What are you going to do about it? Got to adapt somehow, right? So then I was like, okay, well, if I lose all my material things, I'm still here. Hello. You know? And as long as I am still here, the universe provides. And then I should tell you who my main spirit guide is, if I haven't already. His name is Akramal. He's about 7 foot tall, black as spades. I mean, jet black. His skin is blacker than black. So is his hair. If I could really see his hair. He's Egyptian. So all I can see is the headdress, right? And he has glowing, depends on whether he's happy with me or whether he's getting ready to scold me. If he's happy with me, they're orange and warm. His eyes glow with an orange and warmth. When he's getting ready to scold me, they're orange to red. And you listen. Anyway, he scolded me and he told me, okay, now you had your pity party. You found out what you're going to do. You're going to adapt. Isn't that what you always do? And I'm like, yeah. So now, chill out. We'll provide. And I was like, okay. So I just sat in that. And I felt, still had that little that human ego bullshit. That little pecker. That peck in the back of your mind that says, but what if? Shut that. I don't want that. Yeah. And you know what? What do I talk about here? What do I tell us at the end of every single video I do? Together, we will thrive. We can do this if we do it together. So I'm putting it out there, you guys. You need help. That's what we're all here for. I needed help and I didn't reach out to you guys. But Spirit took care of it. Dolly knew what was going on. Spirit took care of it. Dolly was so busy, she didn't have time to peel me off the ceiling. Till yesterday morning. Or yesterday, I guess about 1:43. Bink! I got my notice from my bank that my Social Security went in. I got paid. Everything was fine. I went back and tried to sign into Social Security. Still can't. But at the very bottom of the little notice, it tells you why you can't sign in. I have an identity issue. Yeah, right. Okay. Has to do with a divorce, you guys. Anyway, the very bottom, it says this should not have any effect on your benefits. So I came to the conclusion, Spirit, my guides, with Akramal in the lead, was all she's trying to pretend like she's not scared, which she's just stuffing her fear. Let's make her sit in it for a while. And they did. So Dolly even said, when I told her I got paid, she was like, I got up this morning going, pay Katie, pay my mom, okay, universe? Because her mama's in the same boat I was. Well, I'm sure she could sign into her Social Security. She's an efficient lady. I'm a procrastinator. Yeah. So first thing I did was get the stuff that I needed, the cat food, kitty litter, the essentials. Because if I don't have food, the cat will have food, I promise you. Oh dear. So yeah, I had a really good lesson this weekend and it got alleviated halfway through the day yesterday. And I was like, first thing I did was, man, paid that electric bill, paid my cable bill, my Wi-Fi, so I could come and lean on you guys and you could come and lean on me. And yeah, paid the bills first. Then I went and I got a few things and a dress and a pair of sandals because I don't buy stuff like that for myself very often. So next week you'll see me in my new dress, only you'll only see me from here up. Yeah, phew, Jojo. No kidding. If my life is at risk, it is difficult not to worry. But I don't stay and worry long. I can slap myself out of it most of the time. 10 years ago, not so much. I worried until I made myself sick. Yeah. Um, Confession time. In 2015, I had no running water in my home. I was surviving on the kindness of my neighbors who would stick their hose through the fence to fill up 5-gallon buckets for me. And I lived that way for 4 years until COVID came. And then the city decided if we're going to fight this disease, people have to be able to clean themselves. So they just turned water on for everybody. And they weren't even charging people for it. And that is amazing here. Water is really expensive here, but it is we don't have that much of it, so it's so necessary. The other thing the city did was make it so that even if you couldn't pay your electric bill, like, we weren't working, you can't pay your utilities. Well, they didn't turn off anybody's utilities. Wasn't that kind of them? I think it should be against the law for them to turn the electricity and the water off when it's in summertime in Arizona. Is that a no-brainer or what? Oh, you hope you get SSDI on the third. See, I started out, I was on SSDI for 20 years, Teresa, because of the fibro. You want me to stand in my chair and dance so you can see the dress? Yeah, the pretty part of the dress is actually at the bottom. It's a border print. It's a tank top t-shirt dress. It's no big deal. But I actually found a pair of sandals to match. And I haven't done that in years. I buy t-shirts and yoga pants. That's what I live in. T-shirts, tank tops, and yoga pants. And I thought, you know what? Might be nice to wear a dress to the doctor sometimes. I have like three dresses now. When that was get you. Actually, no, I have 2 dresses coming that are nightgowns, but I have a feeling probably pretty thin. I don't think I'll be wearing them out in the sun much out in public. They're not sundresses. Well, the worst kind. In Maine, you can shut off they can shut off your power in the winter. See that I'm sorry. That should be against the law. People shouldn't be afraid of steaming or cooking or freezing to death in their home. I remember back in the 1970s when people my age and older were literally eating dog and cat food because that's all they could afford. Could you imagine that now? You know how expensive dog and cat food is? Jesus. $38 for 30 cans of cat food that big around. In the 1970s, they came in, cans. It was shitty food, but yeah. So I didn't get off of Social Security disability. They took me off. I turned 67. They classify me as retired now, which you know what? I don't have to requalify. I had to requalify every 3 to 5 years during that 20 years. So they make it sound like getting Social Security is just like, yeah, you just sign your name, go pick up your check. Yeah. No. It's not like that at all. So I hope you get it. You will. You will. If it's not your first check, you'll get it. People aren't pointing out one point about this, as Libby calls it, the big bastard bill. I love it. Or the bastard big bill. Anyway, if that passes, most of that stuff does not go into effect until 2029. That's after the next election. So the mess will be there for that president to clean up, whoever that is. Won't that be fun? Anyway, so there's the politics for today. I couldn't resist that. I had to tell you guys my victory story, man. It's just like, yeah. So today I am the universe provides. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not. I'm watching things politically in Washington. They're going at each other. It's falling apart. And I'm just gonna enjoy my caramel corn and watch. And I'm not gonna have an opinion one way or the other. Unless there's a demonstration like the No Kings and the hands off, and I'll be there. My lady who delivered my food to me today, the last 3 months I've had the same lady from Walmart deliver my groceries. You know what the odds of that happening are not very great. Her name is Sylvia and I love her. She's like an old friend now. She knows exactly where to put it. She's like, you can carry the cold stuff in and I'll bring the rest. She's so cute. But anyway, we were talking about, I just point blank told her, because she's very Spanish accent. And I just point blank told her, girlfriend, ICE comes to your house. I'll come and stand in between them and you. They're not going to touch you. And I mean that with the bottom of my heart. So they're here in Tucson. Of course they are. They got Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is the headquarters for the Tucson sector of the Border Patrol. Border's 90 miles south of me. But that's the closest Air Force base. Now, the closest base on the border in Arizona is Fort Huachuca. That is the Buffalo Soldiers Fort. It's been there since this was the Arizona Territory. That's why it's it's literally 20 miles from the international border. And they say, "Oh, we gotta put military down on the border. We need to have more military down on the border." We've got bases on the border, you guys. Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller. You talking about the dude that sleeps upside down in the attic? I don't care if they come after me. Come after me. Only thing I got to lose is a very beautiful, sweet kitty. Your husband and I don't get divorced, so I can stay on his insurance. Yes. Yes. It used to be that was the only way women could get insurance. Even if they worked. Sorry, I don't mean to be yelling at you. No, I'm the tail end of the baby boomers. I'm the generation that created this freaking mess. I helped create it. There was a few generations before me that got it started. But yeah. No, when you do the Social Security thing, you'll get asked if you want to when he retires, you'll get asked, "Do you want to continue collecting your disability or do you want to go on half his Social Security?" And you can get half of what he paid in. Sometimes it pays to get the half. Their rules and stuff are crazy. My father worked for the federal government from the time I was 3 years old till I was 28. And he wasn't allowed to pay in to Social Security for over half of that because all of a sudden, one of the presidents, I don't know who it was, decided that federal employees should not be allowed to collect a retirement plus Social Security that they paid into, whether they worked their whole career for the government or not. You know, you work for the private sector, you pay into Social Security. Don't you think you should be able to collect that money? So my dad got in just in the tail end of that. So he got to collect federal employment. He got to collect federal retirement and Social Security, but they aren't allowed to now. Federal employees, bless them, bless them, bless them, bless them. That's all I can say. I'm biased. Let's find out what our be mindful prompt card is today. It's a good one, you guys. There are only two ways to live your life. One is through nothing is a miracle. The other is through everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. Go on a walk. Be grateful for the miracles around you. That was my lesson this weekend. If they took my house, if they took my food, they took my cat, they took everything away from me, I would be devastated and heartbroken. But I would still be alive. And that in itself is the biggest miracle of all. So, go on a walk. Dolly does it every day. We all should do like Dolly. She shows me the readout of how many steps she took, how many calories it burned, and everything when she gets home. Shows her steps for the day. But bless you, Dolly, she's losing weight. She's been being a good girl, unlike me, who's been trying every new thing like Japanese soda. Japanese soda. Yesterday, I had a Japanese soda. It was so good. I'd never tried one before. A little expensive. It was $3.50 for a little bottle. About that bad. About the size of a hot sauce bottle. A little bit bigger around. But the cap in it was what was really cool. It's called Ramen Marble Soda. in the top of it, embedded level with the top, is a clear glass marble. These are in glass bottles. Is a clear glass bottle. The bottle is shaped like a really sexy woman up at the top, as curvy. So it's easy to hold on to. It comes with a little plastic deal that you put on that marble, and then you press down hard with your palm of your hand, and it pops down in there and fizzes. But it only goes part of the way down. It won't go, the marble itself doesn't go all the way to the bottom because of that little curvy part. It's the coolest way. No bottle caps, no plastic. Well, yeah, it was wrapped in plastic, labels and stuff, but all the rest of it was glass. It was so cool. I'd never seen anything like it before. So, yeah. Hey, I get a little, it was peach flavored too. And the thing that sold me on it was natural. So, there's two ways in life to go through life. One is, though, nothing is a miracle. The other way to go through life is everything is a miracle. And it is. Miracles don't have to be these gigantic things. You have a million miracles happen around you every day. We're just not really good at focusing on seeing them. Here's our stone for today. Maybe that's what I was leading up to. Maybe I ought to get a little more curious about a few things. You don't like what you're hearing and seeing about what's going on in the world. Are you curious about that? Maybe you need to research topics a little deeper to give you a deeper understanding in what's happening. Or maybe there is a spiritual course you would like to take. Is there, like Kim Copeland, Medium Kim, and Danny Shea had their Mount Shasta retreat this weekend. I hear it was amazing. I swear to you, I'm going to get it. I'm going to go next year. I'm going to go. So get curious. Do more things outside the box you live in. Do things that might spark some, because of your curiosity, you'd be surprised how much it'll spark inspiration for you. And carnelian is a terrific stone. Carnelian has a lot to do with water. Carnelian is one of the bases of all agate. So is chalcedony. And I'm holding this up here because this is petrified wood. It's a chunk of petrified wood. It's from my garden. It's from my dad's collection. That's why it's got the white on it. It's not cleaned. That's matrix. See that bluish color? That's what makes this called rainbow petrified wood. But that's also chalcedony. It has a reddish kind of weird tint. That's the carnelian in it. It's part of the reason I got this camera. Isn't that fun? Here's the other reason I got this camera. Look at this. You see those three little specks? If I can get it, I can get it in the camera. There we go. See those three little specks? That's copper. The stone itself that it's in is copper ore. They this is what they mine for. They pound it into a fine powder, and then it gets dissolved into chemicals and water, and through electrolysis, they pull out the copper. It's just this piece. I just was looking at it, and I've got a lot of this stuff. My dad used to work in the copper mine, so he was really into rocks and stuff. Here's a piece. Now that's natural copper inside a geode. Got that at the gem show. Anyway, let me tell you about carnelian. It has a Mohs hardness scale of a 7. Here we go again. Same as rose quartz from last week. Carnelian has traveled trade routes, been privy to love letters, and learned ancient secrets scribed on scrolls and stored in cathedrals of learning, like the great library of Alexandria and the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. Get out and see the world, Carnelian encourages, leading you strength and fortitude for the travels ahead. Carnelians will hop a ride with any passing caravan, following the wanderings of merchants and messengers to their next destination. This ancient talisman's curiosity doesn't stop with earthly journeys. Carnelian amulets escorted the dead, providing safe passage into whatever lies beyond this setting sun. Life's an adventure if you allow it to be. Carnelian reminds you, get curious. I like that. And from the book. Sound like a bird. Anyway. We all know that it comes in red, orange, pink, and brown. Yeah. It's usually small and translucent, and it's usually a pebble, often water-worn or tumbled. Like I said, it has to do with water. It forms where there's a lot of water. It is common. It's in agates everywhere. The sources of it is from Britain, India, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Peru, Iceland, and Romania. If you get a red carnelian, which I would say that's what this card is talking about, is a red one, it tells you in this book, red carnelian warms and energizes. It is particularly useful for combating sluggishness and for invigorating the mind and the body. I kind of need that this week. It's been so hot, and we're just getting started around here. But it's cooling off, because you know what happens on the 4th of July usually is a tradition around here. I don't know why. Usually the 4th, 5th, or the 6th is our first big monsoon. Ruben said bird. Oh, I love you, Ruben, you silly bird. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, I love it. Let's pull some stones and see what we get. Prop that pretty. I love those. Gemstone, yeah. Gemstone card. Okay, let's do it like this. Turn them over so we can see what they are. When I stick my hand in there, I have a tendency to want to pull out a handful, and I really only want to pull 3. Okay. We got a bunch of rocks here. Well, since that one wanted to be there, we'll just take laugh. There's one. Laugh. I need a dark one. Hope. Ooh. And let's do an orange one. And faith. Oh, I love those. Okay. We have laugh, hope, and faith. Now, oh, that's what I need to be. I got these. Excuse me a moment. There we go. Now you can see a little more. Didn't need the narrow part on the cards. Right? It's just me. It's just me. I pretty much look the same. Okay. Laugh, hope, and faith. Okay, let's pick some cards. What deck do I want to use? Oh, it's so nice. I've got them all here. I know. Let's do the self-care. That works. Works, it works. I love carnelian. It is a powerful stone. You have another one in your medicine bag. You got a lot in that medicine bag, my dear. Okay. I love what it says in the bottom of the box. Take care of yourself so you can shine your light. Okay. Sorry, works better in my lap. My table's just a little bit high for my chair. I need to lower it a little. And I need to level it. Anyway, first card. Laugh. What do we get? Hmm. Okay. Laugh. You're told? We are told to connect with the earth. I don't recall us getting this card before. Number 13. Oh, I left the Kyle Gray book in the bedroom. Number 13. Connect with the earth. This book says, and this is our laugh. That's interesting. What in nature's gonna make us laugh? I am one with the earth. Immerse yourself in Mother Nature. Her medicine by walking on the grass, feeling her raindrops, touching the snow, swimming in her waters, or sniffing her flowers. Spending time outdoors is wonderful for your body, mind, and spirit. So get outside. You know, there's a bird here that when it does its thing, it sounds like it's going, yes, and it always makes me laugh. So it fits going in nature. Laugh at what you hear. Sometimes, I mean, there's birds that sound like babies crying. I always get tickled when I watch the Bigfoot videos, and I've been in the forest and I know every sound of every creature in this forest. You know, there's distress sounds and everything of every creature. I'm sorry. I'm a hunter. Okay, Joe Hunter, good for you. You know the sounds and stuff in hunting season. What about the rest of the year? Yeah, I happen to be I don't believe in Bigfoot. I know Bigfoot. I haven't seen him or any of that, but I'm Bigfoot are just another race of people, and that's my personal belief. But anyway, hope is the next card. So, what card do we get for hope? Really? Well, that's quite neat. Chanting. Ooh, and if you can do this in nature, that's even better. Find your quiet space. Oh, you know what? I do have here. Put them away. See, I organized and I finding things is fun. Okay. This being an 8 card is all about accomplishment, action, and mastery. So go out in nature. Yeah, Bigfoot is real. Absolutely. Yeah, I believe he's another form of human. They have a language. Oh, anyway, so go out and connect to the earth. Take your shoes off. Dig your toes into the dirt. And when you do that, imagine as a part of your meditation, you can sit there and meditate while you're sitting in the dirt with your toes digging in. Imagine the tips of your toes being roots and going deeper and deeper and deeper into the core of the earth. I have a relaxation meditation on my relaxation playlist that I did. That is, you are the tree of life, and your toes are the roots, and I take you down to the earth's core, past all the gems, feel all the warmth, and bring you back out again as I just dropped a card. Where'd you go? Okay. Sorry. So, if you can get out in nature and chant, listen for the things that make you smile and laugh in nature and take away your stress, and understand that through meditation and manifestation is your hope. And the final card for faith is the one I dropped on the floor. It's probably the most important one of the 3. I was so happy when I saw it. Put these guys all over here. For the faith card, we get family. That's you guys. You're my family. I mean, I'm kind of estranged from the real physical one, so I adopt you all as my family. There are so many things, creatures, and plants on Earth that have not been discovered yet. No kidding. The arrogance of science nowadays. The whole idea of science is to prove what you do not know. You hear me, Neil deGrasse Tyson? You have theories. Theories are not facts, and you know that. Sorry. He has a tendency to get a little bit arrogant in what he knows. So, I still like him. I mean, he's a smart man and he encourages people to get into science. I love science. So, but I also love family. And that's where your faith is coming from. That's where your strength is coming from. That's where your love is coming from. I watched Cryon today. This is a perfect segue. I posted it on the Discord if you guys want to go take a look at it. And he's talking about that very thing. The creator, the all knowing, all seeing creator. And he talks about the mythology about the creator, that all religions have the same mythology. And it's comes from our minds, our construct as how we compare human to human, which first of all is against all spiritual laws. Don't do that. It's so easy to slip into comparison mode. I do it so much, especially if I'm trying to like work out I'm letting go of the past, and so I have a tendency to compare what's new compared to old, compared to new, compared to old, and I gotta stop it. The old shit don't work. Let it go. Right? Yeah, deep inside mountains, like Mount Shasta, Telos. I fully believe with all my heart, and I grew up 90 miles from Mount Shasta. I mean, that was a part of my childhood. I saw it every day off in the horizon growing up. And I firmly believe there were times that there's clouds around the top of the mountain that I swear to you looked like it had come out of a chimney and just collected around the top of the mountain. And I took all that stuff for granted because I was a kid and I didn't know there was anything spiritual about that place till I met a girl in high school who was one of the last members of the Shasta tribe, full-blooded member. And she calls herself a knowing. And she's a shaman. She said, I've seen Bigfoot 3 times. He's very much a member of my tribe. Yeah. So, and she's a pretty fantastic person. I should see about if she would be brave enough to come on here. She's pretty shy. She's very quiet and very shy. You can tell she's very spiritual. Just, it comes off of her in waves. So, anyway, you guys. So, what are you doing for the 4th of July? We only have about 10 more minutes left, so let's chat a little bit about you are an American? No. I'm sorry. Canadian, Mexican, Belize, whatever. El Salvadorian, Argentinian. You're all Americans. Some of us come from North America, some of us come from Central America, and some of us come from South America. The native peoples of this part of the world are all Native Americans. So what they're doing, that's my numerology cheat sheet. Tarot numerology. So what they're doing, ICE is doing, what they're doing here is the same thing they've been doing since we came to this part of the world. And I say we as a European. So, yes, happy Canada Day. I meant to start with that today. I watch a lot of card readers from the morning first thing, and they were all like, happy Canada Day, happy Canada Day. Well, I always start with Denise Knight every morning. Just her voice is a good one to start with. And then I go over and I watch Libby. Talk about knowledgeable on everything that's happening in the United States. I am in awe of all of the Australian readers and how much they know about our government system. I know absolutely nothing about theirs, except I think it's a parliamentary system. And same with Canada, Fatima. I don't know how your government works at all. Learn, Katie. Learn. That's part of becoming an international citizen. A citizen of the earth is to learn as much as you can about the different cultures, the different peoples, the different foods, the different ways of life all over the face of the earth. There's a reason why we're all different. God, how boring would it be if it was 1984 and everybody was the same? I love everybody's differences. The variations of flesh. I'm an artist. I know all the colors that occur in human flesh. And I don't care whether you're black, brown, white, yellow, or whatever, red. You white people have a lot of green in you. And I always find that really interesting because usually white people are the ones that are the most envious. At least that's been my experience. So it's like, to get this milky, half dead zombie look, I got to add blue and green to my pinky flesh tone. It's the truth, I swear. To do a really dark person, a really super black skin on a person, there's probably 4 different shades of red. The other thing that's really interesting, I watch resin artists and I get tickled at the ones that, they don't know anything about color theory. And then I think, Katie, you've been a painter and an artist for a lot of years. So you know the things that they're going, gee, pastel colors. It's opaque. I wonder why. Because it has white in it. White is not transparent or translucent. The other thing is they go, "Oh, you keep adding black." They'll have something blue, and they keep when they just want it darker. I want a navy blue, and so they keep adding black to it to get it to be blue, and it's just more and more blue. And I can't figure out why. That's not the same color I put in there. What's going on? All blacks. I don't care whether it's oil paint, acrylic paint, whatever. Black pigment does not exist. It is either a super dark green or a super dark blue. Hence why we have to add red or green to skin tones to get it to look right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's fun. That's my life. And I get tickled with everybody for it. So let's see what the back of our prompt card is. There's only 2 ways to look at life. One is though nothing is a miracle, and the other is though everything is a miracle. And be grateful for the miracles around you. Let me tell you, last night when I got my food ordered and I knew my bills were all paid, all I could do was go, "Oh, thank you for getting my money. Thank you for letting me be paid. Thank you for," I think Spirit and everybody was getting a little tired of that yesterday because that's all. Every time I turned around, it was like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you." And I meant it from the bottom of my heart because I was really scared. No, I'm not. I'm not. So, on the flip side tonight with this one, what I want you to do, a person who dares waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Don't fritter it all away. And that's Charles Darwin. Time is our most valuable asset. How can you make the most of the time given to you? Wow. This is from the life category. I got something to say about time. Time's a human construct. So when I start feeling like time limits are coming from spirit, I question the source. Because in my Therapets cards, there's probably at least 5 cards in here that say it doesn't matter how fast you're moving as long as you're moving forward. So that tells me you got all the time that you need. Take it. Don't rush, don't push. You might miss something really important if you do. Right? Oh, United States was like that too. Men could go to work for somebody else, and support a family. And I mean a mom and pop somebody else. My dad used to own a gas station in Winslow, Arizona, and he had a mechanic he hired. And that mechanic was the only source of income for his family of 5. So my dad was supporting his family in his little Arco gas station. Back in those days, it was called Atlantic Richfield. And half of my dad's customers that were getting their things worked on couldn't pay with money. They were Native Americans. So they paid with turquoise. They paid with jewelry. They paid with baskets. You know how that does not really happen anymore? I am so blessed to have the collections that I have of Native American beautiful art and jewelry because of my father's gas station in Winslow, Arizona. So when the Eagles put out their song, it really hit home with me. So I'm going to pull a Therapet card for you. Let's see since my kitty couldn't be with us today, he's in another room sleeping. So I won't be jiggling the camera. He's not going to be allowed on this table. This is the resin table. I don't want his little feet in my resin. And it poisoned the baby. It's not good. It's not because it'll mess up my artwork. I don't give a shit about that. I care about the cat. Oh, that one's sticking up nice. Wouldn't you say I should pick that card right there? Yeah. What did I say? It's okay to float along. It's okay to just be. So don't worry about running out of time. You're not. You got time. The important thing is to take care of yourself first. You have time. It is to mankind, considering it is completely created by us, for us, but it does rule everything about us. So, this guy, it's okay to float along and just be. Don't get all caught up in your emotions about what's going on in Washington or in London or in Toronto, Mexico City. We will all always be family. The people. Yes, Fatima, that is why there are billionaires and trillionaires. They keep all the money and pay low wages to regular workers. That is why we are in a big mess. My dear, sweet, beautiful lady, I personally believe that billionaires should not be allowed to occur. That is the most extreme form of hoarding ever, and it kills the innocent. Usually, when you're in a hoarding situation, the hoarder is the one who's at the most danger because whatever stack's going to fall on them or whatever, germs or. But in this particular situation, the repercussion is on their workers and lower people around them. We all came from the same creator. We all have white bones. We all have red blood. And we all scream and cry when you cut us and you poke us. There's no difference. We all come from the same creator. And the day that we start thinking that any one of us is better than the next is the day we deserve to be going through what's about to happen. I think this month of July is going to be one of testing us. So you guys hang in there, keep your light shining bright, and just sit and absorb and love. Focus on love. Ignore the hate. Ignore the anger. Don't react to it at all. Try to be neutral and not have an opinion. This is what I'm working on. It's really, really hard, as you can tell. But opinions are like assholes. We all have one, and we don't always like to hear from them. So, I'm just trying to do what I need to do this moment, this time, now. My garden is still growing. It's just really struggling because it's been so hot. We're going to get this. Yes, Swampy, that's the point I'm trying to make. Billionaires should not be allowed. They are the worst form of hoarding. They don't die, but they kill people by their greed. And we got to do something about that. And the only way I know how to do anything about that kind of thing is to sit in unconditional love and fight that darkness. Also, Cryon over on Discard. It's really good, you guys. He talks about our demons walking the earth with us. It's a really good video. I highly, highly recommend it. It's on the Discord. Yeah. So, anyway, we're at 1 hour and 3 minutes, you guys. I can't believe how fast this always goes. Fries my mind. I love you guys. You know, I hope you enjoy whatever you're going to do on the 4th of July. Stay safe. Our Independence Day is something that we all celebrate, no matter who we're angry with, who we want to follow, or who we want to vote for or not vote for. It is a declaration of freedom. And that's what I'm celebrating this weekend. I got hot dogs and Italian ice and 2 kinds of ice. You think I was having a party? 2 kinds of ice cream, whipped cream with nuts. I got hot fudge and caramel sauce. I think I'm going to celebrate this week. I love you guys so much. You have a wonderful week, and I'm going to send you out with a Silly Katie taco. Hang in there. I love you guys. Mwah! Bye-bye now.
Come to the table, joy in your palm, dreams folded neatly in tortillas calm. Peace marinates as stories unfold. The spice of life served warm.